What's good, y'all? It's your boy HBK Tris.
And it's Jay.
You already know what's going on. We got another update from Roy Squad. The most beautiful life goes on. A story of BTS. We did, what we do? We did another BTS video where they told us a lot of information. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but just click on our logo.
It was like BTS introduction.
Yeah.
2021.
So now they say this should be an even deeper dive.
And we don't gotta read.
We ain't gotta read this time, so y'all ain't gotta hear us sound illiterate. You know what I'm saying?
I was reading good. Hey. I was doing good.
You can lay off my reading just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, it's been a minute, y'all. Come on now. But you guys are being preposterous.
I was seeing a lot of people was saying that like the one we watched was good.
Yep.
But they would have preferred the most beautiful life one.
Okay.
So shit.
I mean,
here we come with it.
Let's get it, Army.
We can learn some more about
the Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Yeah, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, BTS gang.
BTS gang.
Army gang.
Get up. Hurry. Let's do this. I'm ready. All right, let's go.
The last guy, I liked it.
I liked it too.
I mean,
I wonder if we're going to read on this one.
Probably not.
Let's get our voices.
Today, everyone knows the name of
dog.
BTS.
Yeah.
They've been invited onto late night talk shows, they've shattered records, they've sold out stadiums, they've made it onto the big screen. These days, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who didn't know who these guys were.
That was us.
That was us.
That was us probably like, what, a month ago maybe?
Literally a month ago.
Yeah.
And look what y'all done.
We ain't know.
Now we're Army.
It's crazy how they was that big. We ain't even know.
We didn't even know, man. We was literally blind, and now look at us. We can see, man. We're like the three blind mice at the end of the story.
The two of us are like the three blind mice.
Yeah. You, me, and this guy. We got a ghost behind us. This is Bob.
Oh, fuck.
It's Trish J. Bob Reacts.
Or at least haven't heard one of their songs. And if they don't, either they've been living under a rock or they're 100 years old. The success of the Bang 10 Boys is worldwide.
Maybe we was living under a rock.
But it wasn't always like this.
The very existence of BTS can be owed to its founding father, an innovator by the name of Hitman Bang. His idea to create a rap group was somewhat inspired by YG. In the late 90s, he experimented with this idea with different trainees, eventually choosing 7 members. And while 3 of them eventually left, the remaining 4, Teddy, Danny, Jinhwan, and Baekhyun, debuted in 1998 as One Time. Their first album, titled One Time for Your Mind, was one of the year's best-selling albums and won several awards, including the Global Disc and SBS Music Awards for Best New Artist and KMTV's Award for Best Hip-Hop Artist. The group enjoyed moderate success and released 4 more albums before going on indefinite hiatus in 2006 due to their mandatory military service.
The year was 2010, and
damn, mandatory
military service. Wow. I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Right. I wonder. I know in some places they do that. Like I've heard about. Like
mandatory.
It's mandatory. Like you gotta, at least do a couple years.
Couple years in the Army.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine how different things would be if
everybody had to go through.
That was like everywhere.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, we're in the United States, so yeah,
right.
We don't know anything about that. But if y'all want us to react to One Time, I ain't never had a One Time. Right. But if we got some One Time fans up here,
One Time for the
drop it down. One Time
for the one time
in the comments, player. Go ahead,
player.
And the 5-year-old company, Big Hit Entertainment, had
Big
previously
Hit.
signed 2
we know about
artists,
Big Hit
8 AM
yes.
and 2 AM. They had their share of successes, but they were very traditional K-pop groups. Big Hit wanted a fresh, new sound, and upon listening to One Time, CEO Hitman Bang Si-hyuk had decided that that was the sound that he was looking for. And on top of that, the youth needed someone to relate to, and more importantly, look up to. He had decided he would create a hip-hop group.
Ooh-wee. Y'all know.
I bet when he first pitched that idea, everybody probably thought he was insane, bro.
Yeah, they're like, what? Over here, like
like hip hop.
Hip hop. That didn't work the first time.
Right. Cause I don't know. I feel like sometimes people be hating on hip hop.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. Hip hop is, it's underground. It's very not underground, but you know what I mean. It's very gritty. It's
very Negro centric.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
so of
course they're gonna have some like
hip hop.
Hip hop.
Like, what?
What?
Probably they laughed him out of there. Probably.
Yeah. Probably did.
Look, he was right though.
He was right.
Look at BTS.
Look at BTS, the biggest group in the world, baby.
Right.
Shout outs to the army. The Squad.
Dang.
At 15 years old,
Hey.
Kim Namjoon auditioned for a certain Big Deal Records, which he completely botched, forgetting the lyrics to the song he was performing.
yeah,
they said
Afterwards, fellow
that was
rapper
another
Sleepy
one.
recommended that he try auditioning at another label, Big Hit, and even put
Big
in a good
Hit.
word for him to one of the producers there. At age 16, Namjoon auditioned in front of Bang Si-hyuk himself and instantly
Wow.
impressed him. He was offered a deal with Big Hit on the spot, which Namjoon accepted
Damn.
and became a trainee, officially choosing a name for
On the
himself,
spot.
Rap Monster, destined to become the leader of the
RM.
newly created
Oh, that's
group.
what it means. See, they didn't say that.
Now that a fearless
I don't
leader
think
was
they said that
chosen,
in the other one.
Okay.
they needed more members.
I rock with RM though.
You know I'm going to the Infinity Stones, baby. Y'all love it.
That was the first one.
Min Young-gi was a 17-year-old living in
Sugar.
Daegu, an avid basketball
Sugar.
player
How
and
long?
rapper.
That's my
He
dog
had been
right
interested
there.
in music, especially rap, from a very early age.
I wanna see
and
him
despite his
ball,
parents'
bro.
disapproval, started performing as
I'm
a
trying to
rapper
get up
while
with
still
him.
in high school.
Yeah.
He quickly gained attention as a rapper and producer in the underground hip-hop scene. One day he saw a flyer for a rap competition called Hit It and decided to participate. And
Okay.
although he only placed second, the company hosting the competition, you guessed it, Big Hit, decided to
Big
sign
Hit.
him on as a producer. Hitman Bang spoke with him afterwards, convincing him to join a new
Wow.
Damn, I was about to choke up. But
Yep. Because the story's so beautiful.
I know. Tear to your damn eyes. But they brought him on as a producer.
That's so crazy to me.
I know. Damn, y'all, excuse me.
Hey, excuse my dog.
They brought him on as a producer.
That's crazy.
Not
man.
even as like an artist. I mean,
artist.
obviously he's an artist now, but
They were
like,
like
at
"We
the
just wanna make
time,
the beats.
yeah, they brought him as a producer, so it's crazy. He's just like,
Think about that, dog.
and like I don't know, it's just crazy. The whole thing in general. Bro
Yeah.
was second place.
Only second place.
Second place.
Who was number one, y'all?
Right.
Freaking Snoop Dogg. Who beat this man? Because he got bars, man. Sugar got bars.
Yeah, he be doing his thing.
He be doing his thing, man.
And
Y'all
like-
know that's my
like
guy. I'm a
somebody-
little biased.
yeah, like they already pinpointed you, bro. You're gonna be a sugar
fan.
Sugar fan.
You know what I'm saying? It's Big Sugar over here. You know what I'm saying?
big
Big Sugar over here.
Hey,
you
I'm
know.
rocking with RM. I
RM?
think bro's hard.
Oh, wait till my guy V though. Hey, V, my guy too.
Right.
V,
V.
let's get it.
He placed second, the company hosting the competition, you guessed it, Big Hit,
Hit.
decided
Big
to
Hit.
sign him on as a producer. Hitman Bang spoke with him afterwards, convincing him to join a newly
Hitman
created
Bang.
hip-hop group.
Yeah,
he
that's
told him
so
to just focus
hard.
on
That's such a
rapping
hard
and assured
name.
him that he
That's a-
wouldn't need to
that's a cool
dance.
name.
He was lying. And just like that, the new group had a second member, known as Suga, a combination
Suga.
of the first two
Suga.
syllables of shooting guard, his favorite position in basketball. But they wouldn't stop there. Rappers were nice, but Big Hit actually needed a dancer.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Jung Ho-seok always
at it, so
loved dancing.
Weird.
He was in the starting
too
lineup of the
smooth.
dance crew Neuron in his hometown, Gwangju.
Neuron.
He was good at it too, winning several local championships and even winning a championship at the national level
Hey.
in 2008.
You got it.
While
bro.
he did perform at several competitions hosted,
Hey y'all don't kill me, but
Don't kill-
sometimes I feel like I could just get up and just
do
like
it.
not do exactly what he be doing, but I feel like I could just get up and just get in there, bro.
Bro, let's give him a little taste of TJS.
Like
right now.
I don't know no dance moves like that, but like, bro, I be killing
It's
that motherfucker.
too late. It's already in motion. Follow after me. Can you see my hand?
Hold up.
Hold up.
You gotta.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yep. Send that my way.
Hey, give me. Hey, hey. Ooh. Ooh, I caught it. Brought it back.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. Bring me back here. Oh, yeah. See, that's just a little.
Yeah, that's
Little
just a little
snippet.
taste. But nah, I feel like I could get up. You know,
You can get up.
hit me like a little
Okay.
a little bit of.
Yep. Okay.
What?
Ah. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know how we get down over here at Trisha Day Reacts.
But
You know what I'm
nah.
saying? We're gonna show you our talent because Big Hit might be watching us,
Oh God.
and I'm letting you know,
Hey, Big hit my phone.
Big Hit our phone cause we ready. I'm ready to take over the world. Y'all need 2 more members, man.
I feel like you give me just a little bit of training,
A little bit of training.
a little bit of formal training, I'd tear that shit up.
Oh yeah, man.
I'd be a Marion out there.
Man.
What?
I'd be a young sugar bringing it.
Okay. So, okay.
What y'all know about this? Y'all know nothing about that. Right there. You don't know nothing about that. You might be too young for that. You know. Okay, we done playing with y'all. Man. We're just trying to show you. Maybe Big Hit watching. Y'all don't know. Big Hit probably watching us like, dang. Low key, those look like the faces of the next 2 stars of our edition of BTS.
Hold on.
Hosted by JYP and even won some of them, he ultimately went on to audition for a smaller, lesser-known company, Big Hit Entertainment. His dance skills and strong understanding of rhythm made him an instant favorite, and he was signed on as J-Hope. Not only that, but they saw potential in him to become a rapper, which at this point he had little experience with. However, J-Hope made the decision to leave Big Hit until RM convinced both J-Hope and Big Hit that the group wouldn't be complete without him. He was right.
That's real, bro.
No, that's real. That's brothership right there.
Right, yeah.
Come on now.
And it was RM. So, you know, the leader. Like, yeah.
The Optimus Prime.
Like, we need you.
Yeah, man. He said, we can't do this without him, and I ain't gonna do it without him.
Right.
He risked it all for his bro. And if that's not a friend, I don't know what you got. Because, would you do that for me, dog?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
I'd be like, hey, I can't do it without my man Tris, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all gonna have to call somebody, call everybody. Get them.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
When the road
ahead and woman. Just remember when you about said, oh, you got a friend in me. Shout out to JM because they some real deal friends over here, man.
You call that man JM?
No, I didn't call him JM. I called him let's go back.
Championships and even winning a championship at the national level in 2008. While he did perform at several competitions hosted by JYP and even won some of them, he ultimately went on to audition for a smaller, lesser-known company, Big Hit Entertainment. His dance skills and strong understanding of rhythm made him an instant favorite, and he was signed on as J-Hope. Not only that, but they saw potential in him to become a rapper, which at this point he had little experience with. However, J-Hope made the decision to leave Big Hit until RM convinced both J-Hope and Big Hit that the group wouldn't be complete without him. He was right.
아니 근데 형 항상 중앙고야 아니면
Kept saying that
종소 안 된다고 종소 안 하면 시작 안 된다고 멤버 보고
Trust that you guys really work together for a long time. Yes, because we're there. I thought you.
With the addition of J-Hope, the rap line was complete. Now they needed some singers.
Everybody
Just like how RM, an amazing rapper with a ton of experience, was chosen as the first official member of the rap line, it would only make sense that a legendary singer and dancer would be the perfect first member of the vocal line. Right? But Kim Seok-jin didn't have any sort of experience like that. Believe it or not, one day when he was walking on the streets of his hometown, Anyang, he was approached by a representative of SM Entertainment with an offer to work for the company. In typical Jin fashion, he never followed up with it because he believed it to be a scam. Apparently, Jin was a very good-looking guy because years later, this time as a college student in Seoul, he was once again approached on the street, this time by an executive at Big Hit Entertainment.
Because that picture, he looks super nerdy.
Yeah, man, that gotta be before puberty.
Yeah, that
he didn't
puberty
sing,
hit,
he didn't dance. He was at school to become an actor, and he decided to audition to become an actor. Big Hit, however, had different...
And somebody, a lot of people was letting us know in the comments, I was seeing it, because I'm sure they'll say it. Remember, he had like the he didn't have any like singing, and you know, he wanted to be an actor.
Yep.
And they said he picked up singing at 20 or something like that. Yeah. Well, I guess ages internationally were different than like ages
here.
There.
Enlighten me, brother.
So like somebody said that 22 or something like that there is like 18 in the like here.
Oh my god.
Or something. It was something like that. Something. I was seeing y'all comments. Trust me, I be seeing them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's like ages like are different.
So how old is
in comparison.
How old is Lisa? From a different video. Because I'm like, hold on, now I feel weird, dog. How old is Lisa? If she's 23, that means she's. Y'all let us know.
No.
I
think she's actually 23.
Okay.
Because it didn't, when it said she was 23, it didn't. It didn't specify like that it was in their age.
Okay.
It just said 23, so I think it just meant 23 in general.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. It's so confusing, you know, to someone like me who's never like seen or heard of anything like that before. I didn't know about that.
No, I didn't know that either.
Like, it threw me off. I was like, huh? So it's still a little confusing. I don't know 100% how everything worked, but I saw that comment and I was like, what?
Wow.
Like, it just like dawned on me. It was
blew
like,
your
damn,
mind.
like shit's so different in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many different cultures and different ways of living.
It's just crazy.
Other than United States.
Right. Because like the world don't revolve around the United States.
Definitely
regardless
doesn't.
of what everybody think.
No, yeah.
It don't.
It doesn't, y'all.
It don't. So like, I mean, I've been outside the United States before.
I haven't.
But I've never been to like a Asian
culture.
country.
Yeah, which I want to go so bad.
So
hey, hold on. This is something I've been wanting to ask them for a while. Y'all guys sound off in the comments. Let me know where y'all guys coming from. Rep your city. Tell me.
Right.
I saw some.
Oh, yo, shit up.
Because I've been seeing some, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting just to know, like, wow, like, people over there is watching us. So y'all let us know where you guys are from. Come on, I want to know. I'm serious. I want to know.
Yeah, stand up.
Stand
Rep
up.
where you from.
So I see some Thailanders in there.
Yeah.
People from North Korea in there. So I'm like, I want to know where everybody's from. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're from Countryville, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
Right, backwood ass Mississippi.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're from Flapjack, Alabama, it doesn't matter. Just tell us where you're from. We want to know.
Oh man.
But yeah, this is a great video, dog.
Oh yeah, for sure. Damn, I can't stop talking.
It's
only 4 minutes.
There's so much to talk about.
He was approached by a representative of SM Entertainment with an offer to work for the company. In typical Jin fashion, he never followed up with them because he believed it to be a scam. Apparently, Jin was a very good-looking guy because years later, this time as a college student in Seoul, he was once again approached on the street, this time by an executive at Big Hit Entertainment.
Big Hit.
He didn't sing, he didn't dance. He was at school to become an actor, and he decided to audition to become an actor. Big Hit, however, had different plans for him, and convinced him to become a vocalist for their new group. To do so, he literally learned to dance and sing starting from zero, but thankfully, not without help from other vocalists.
See, this part we didn't get.
Right.
They just told us he knew that he taught himself how to sing and dance, but they didn't say someone helped him.
John Jungkook initially had dreams of becoming a badminton player when he was young, but after seeing G-Dragon perform Heartbreaker on television, it influenced him to want to become a singer instead. Because of this, at only age 14, he decided to audition for the South Korean talent show, Superstar K. He didn't pass auditions, but this was just enough to catch the eye of not one company, not two companies, but 7 different companies. This included JYP, FNC, Woollim, Starship Entertainment, TS, Cube, and of course, Big Hit Entertainment. So why did Jungkook, given the choice of all these bigger companies, decide to go with the relatively smaller company, Big Hit?
Why?
The answer was simple. Because he thought, and I quote, RM was cool. So I wanted to sign with
RM's
him.
that man.
That brings the number of members to 5. The next member of BTS was just as surprised to find Big Hit as Big Hit was to find him, and it almost didn't happen.
I like the transition.
Kim Taeyong was always passionate about music, and it was always his dream to pursue it as a career. However, it was hard, as his family was poor, his parents being humble farmers. His father told him that...
I remember this.
I was going to say, this is kind of like what the other video didn't give us.
Yeah.
This kind of, I feel like, gives us a little more into...
Deeper dive.
Yeah, into them.
Definitely.
You know, kind of where they came from, all that.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say that real quick.
Very interesting.
Kim Tae-young
was always
Tae-young.
passionate about music, and it was always his dream to pursue it as a career. However, it was hard, as his family was poor, his parents being humble farmers. His father told him that if he was passionate about music, he should learn an instrument, and he did, spending 3 years practicing with the saxophone. One day, one of his friends decided to audition for Big Hit Entertainment when they were holding auditions in his hometown of Daegu. Tae-young, being a good friend, came with him to keep him company. But when one of the team members
I like jazz, so I'd love to hear him tear up some
Kelpie
on the
G.
sax. That shit go crazy.
You know, if you guys know what Kelpie G is, y'all know.
But yeah, I mean, I know there's probably videos out there of him.
Oh, definitely
Getting down on that motherfucker,
just going crazy with it.
Yeah, I want to hear it though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to hear it too.
in charge of the audition saw Taeyang, he encouraged him to audition as well. With nothing to lose, he did. That day, he was the only one in Daegu to move on to the next round of auditions, and eventually became a trainee for Big Hit Entertainment. They decided to keep him as a surprise member and didn't want to reveal him as one of the members until his debut. In the same vein, Big Hit had him choose something mysterious for his stage name. He decided to go with V for victory. Here seems like a nice round number to stop, right? 6 members for a new hip-hop group, 3 rappers and 3 vocalists. It seems like a complete group, but still there was something missing. Someone was missing. Someone that could take this already great group of artists and push it even further to achieve perfection. A powerhouse. Someone so naturally talented that they could stand out in a room full of already talented artists. This project that Big Hit had embarked upon needed a capstone. Park Jimin was a naturally talented dancer. When he was in middle school, he attended a dance academy and continued to pursue dance at Busan High School of Arts, where he studied contemporary dance and was the top student in the whole modern dance department. Impressed by his raw talent, the teacher encouraged him to audition for Big Hit Entertainment, who were holding auditions in Busan. He was only 16 when he passed the audition and moved to Seoul to become a trainee. He was the final member of the group, and he also had the shortest training period. Interesting to note is that the group feels very much ragtag because, in a sense, with the exception of Jimin and J-Hope, it was. RM auditioned for Big Hit because he didn't pass his auditions with the first company he chose.
And despite their amazing talent, Suga and Jungkook didn't win the competitions.
I like that Wade jersey he got in the background.
Yeah, that is clean. And he got the Wade shoes. That's the leanings. But, hold on. What he's pretty much trying to tell you, well, tell us, since, you know, we are the reactors, is they all kind of just like fell into place, basically. They didn't win their competitions. They didn't make it past auditions. It's just like they all just got fitted into,
or like some of them decided to go with the smaller company.
Yeah, which is just the crazy. It's fate.
Yeah, how it worked out.
It's fate.
You
know, so some things are just meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? Some things are meant to happen.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And these 7 men, these 7 bad brothers,
bad
mama jammers, were meant to be on the squad together. It was like it was nowhere else around it. This is what God needed. This is what God wanted. God wanted some good music, and he said, "I'm gonna put these 7 boys together." Shout outs to Big Hit.
Big Hit
for Big Hit because he didn't pass his auditions with the first company he chose.
And despite their amazing talent, Suga and Jungkook didn't win the competitions they were in, but they signed on to Big Hit after the fact because of their high quality performances. V never even planned on auditioning and just decided to do it on a whim, and they literally just found Jin on the streets. But perhaps it was fate, because this was the group that they chose. And just like that, in 2012, the newly created Bangtan, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
I want to get that right. Bang tang, bang dang dang.
We gotta do it real back.
I gotta hear that again. I want to hear him say it one more time.
And just like that, in 2012, the newly created Bangtan, the
Bangtan. Hey!
I feel like we got that.
Shout out to Army. Shout out to Bangtan. Hey!
The Bulletproof
Boy Scouts.
Gang.
Woo.
Bulletproof Boy Scouts, or simply
was
BTS, was 7.
I would die if somebody had a picture of me when I was younger up on stage.
They had the group,
I'd be like, yo,
but
chill.
they still needed the music. In early 2013, they set out to create some social media presence for themselves before officially debuting, posting song covers on both SoundCloud and YouTube, which you can still go watch today.
In May, Big Hit launched a countdown clock on their website in preparation for BTS's debut album, complete with a trailer and a ton of promotional material. including photos for the first time of
Goodbye
all the
Air.
members in the official lineup.
That used to be the thing back in the day.
Finally,
Big
big
hit
day came.
exclusive.
June 12, 2013. BTS held a press conference and a debut showcase where they
Versace.
performed their 2 singles, No More Dream and We Are Bulletproof Part 2. The same day, the Too Cool for School album, as well as the music video for No More Dream, were released.
This sounds like an old school rap.
Yeah,
The very
some
next
Trap
day,
Called
BTS
Quest.
performed the song again on their official debut stage on Mnet's M Countdown. This was the world's first taste of BTS. Commercially, the album didn't do extraordinarily well. The lead single, No More Dream, peaked at 124 in Korea, and
Oh, why y'all was sleeping on them like that? Unless you weren't, let me know if you
Right,
were.
right. I was about to say, who was, hey, and y'all keep it real, who was rocking with them around this time?
Come on now, you gotta keep it real with us. We're family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta keep it real with
Obviously,
your boy.
they wasn't that huge.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
Obviously,
But
you know what I'm saying?
who was rocking with them early on?
And
like,
early on, y'all let us know. Y'all let us know.
I'm just curious.
We ain't judging. You
Right.
know what I'm
Obviously,
saying?
I
ain't
wasn't.
judging. Obviously, we just learned. So
Right, right. I'm just curious.
we just want to know.
I want to know
No,
what
turns you on.
I know what takes you on. I like to know.
Big hit if you're watching this, y'all. That was just a little sample.
Right, right.
Little-
If you hit me, you might could get a little more. You know.
you know what I'm saying?
Just throwing that out there for y'all.
well, the
Yeah.
lead single, No More Dream, peaked at 124 in Korea, and the album sold only 24,000 copies during its first year. Bulletproof Part
played
2
them.
didn't even chart.
24K.
The first year
That's-
wasn't
hey,
all that
that's
great for
better than a
BTS,
lot of
but
rappers
despite
be doing
everything,
today.
people
Yeah.
saw them.
That's funny.
You know what they kind of remind me as growing up?
What?
They kind of remind me of over here on the American side, mindless behavior.
Mindless behavior. Yeah.
Mrs. Right.
Right.
When you see her.
People saw the sparkle in their eyes and their limitless potential. And they were hot,
They're
of
10
course.
times better.
On July
Right,
9th,
right.
ARMY was established as BTS's
Mindless
official fan
behavior is
base.
not it.
They made their
Not
comeback
even
only
a
2 months later in
conversation.
September when they released their single No, along with their EP, part 2 of what would be their school trilogy, Oh, Are You Late 2. In the music video for the single, they made a commentary on the harsh Korean education system, along with their previous themes of hopes and dreams. No
Made 'em
peaked
like
at
robots.
92 in Korea, but also quickly fell off the charts. The album debuted at number 4 on the Gaon Weekly chart and was the 55th best-selling album in South Korea that year. This was enough to secure them the coveted
Wow, that's
New
not
Artist of the
climbing.
Year award at the Melon Music Awards, the Golden Disc Awards, and the Seoul Music Awards. Part 3 of the School Trilogy was released in February of 2014, the EP School Love Affair. This time, the lead single was Boy in Love, and the other single being Just One Day.
Well, I like this, y'all.
The album, as well as both singles, enjoyed moderate success, with the album
Smooth
topping the
with it.
Gaon album chart, as well as
Ooh, I
making
can't
its
do it.
first international
I can't
appearance
do that
at
one
number
like
3
that.
on the Billboard World Albums chart.
Ooh,
The
they
album
climbing.
also marked their first distinctive change in theme, focusing more on school life and young love, as evidenced by their Boy in Love music video. They also held their first fan meetings
Switch
with a
up their
crowd of
style.
3,000 in Seoul. BTS was doing well.
3,000
That is,
people.
Until July. This is
I love to
unfortunately
bring
a
out a
dark
crowd.
chapter
What
in
happened
the
to
lives
July?
of BTS and ARMY. That's right. American Hustle Life. I'm joking, of course, but American Hustle Life was a reality show put together by Mnet that brought BTS to Los Angeles, where they had the unique opportunity to learn the true ways of hip-hop from the masters. And
Okay.
it was a pretty darn cringy opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless. Whatever you do, just don't watch the Warren G.
A hip hop legend? Okay. Been spending all my life living in the gangster paradise. That's the only song we know about. If you ain't from America, don't worry, guys. His opinion don't really matter because he ain't no legend. if he Coolio bet just my bulletproof Boy Scouts, I won't allow it. Especially not from that man. That one-hit wonder. Come on now. I'm sorry, y'all. We get passionate because I know Coolio ain't got no room to talk. He ain't got no room to talk. He better not.
They have to kill Coolio like that.
I better hear positive criticism out of Coolio's mouth.
Hell nah, did you see the way he walked out?
Yeah, he
And
looked at
he was like, he looked like he was on some
Yo,
shit.
if y'all ain't from here, Coolio ain't no Jay-Z, dog.
Oh my god.
I haven't heard that name in forever, dog. Since Keenan and Kel. Killing him.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm on a roll. All right, we're back at it.
On School Life and Young Love, as evidenced by their Boy in Love music video. They also held their first fan meetings with a crowd of 3,000 in Seoul. BTS was doing
little
well.
bit.
That is until
Here we go.
July.
Tragic stuff.
This
Let's
is
hear it.
unfortunately a dark chapter in
What'd
the
he say
lives of
about them? I
BTS
gotta know
and
what he
ARMY.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right. American Hustle Life. I'm joking, of course, but American Hustle Life was a reality show put together by Mnet that brought BTS to Los Angeles, where they had the unique opportunity to learn the true ways of hip-hop from the masters. And it was a
I
pretty...
ain't gonna lie, it's just so funny. I'm sorry, I gotta pause again.
You're like, what? Tell him, everybody coming in, everybody coming. What, Jay? What
They got the nerve to say.
what is
he
Coolio
say?
wearing, first of all?
He said legends. Hold on. I'm sorry.
BTS to Los Angeles, where they had the
pause
unique
real quick.
opportunity to learn the true ways of hip-hop from the masters.
From the masters. Who the fuck are they?
I'm sorry, I don't know none of these 3 men. I could walk past them right now and I wouldn't even know.
I'm sorry, yo.
That is
From
Scottie
the masters.
Pippen.
Who the fuck? Scottie Pippen, Kyrie, and fucking
I don't know.
and Young Chop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These are
Who the
not.
fuck are they?
I have no idea, guys.
What makes their opinion so valid, bro?
They're not. They're not valid. These are.
Oh my.
Don't
Lord.
worry, guys. If they're mean, these are nobodies in the rap games. We never heard of them a day in our lives.
Distinctive change in theme, focusing more on school life and young
God.
love, as
That's
evidenced
so
by their
funny.
Boy in Love
The
music
Masters.
video. They also held
I've
their
never
first
seen
fan
these
meetings
guys
with a
in my
crowd of
life.
3,000 in Seoul. BTS was doing well. That is
Let's hear it. How
until
bad did this
July.
I'm
This
sorry,
is
I'm not gonna pause it
unfortunately a
again.
dark chapter in the lives of BTS and ARMY. That's right. American Hustle Life. I'm joking, of course, but American Hustle Life was a reality show put together by Mnet that brought BTS to Los Angeles, where they had the
Let us know if
unique
y'all want us to watch
opportunity to
that.
learn the true ways of hip-hop from the masters. And it was a pretty darn cringy opportunity, but an opportunity
Look at you,
nonetheless.
kid.
Whatever you do, just don't watch the
Listen to
Warren G
that.
version of Boy in Love. You've been warned. However, cringe and all, the trip proved
No,
fruitful
yeah,
for
just
BTS,
alright,
making
cool,
connections, performing their first US concert for free in front of 200 fans, as well as their first appearance at KCON. The next month, in August, BTS released their first
I want to pause. I'm gonna pause it.
What's up?
Who was at that concert of 200 people? It was free. It was in LA.
They ain't
Hey,
doing
let
that.
us know, man.
They ain't doing that no more.
Nah, hell no, they ain't doing that no more.
Maybe 200 million people
Right.
for $200 million.
But hey, who was at that 200 person concert?
I'll be very shocked if one of y'all was there.
Yeah,
Sign off and go. I would be very shocked. I would be
Right.
extremely shocked if
I'm
one of y'all
just
was there.
curious, but
That would be dope.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. I mean, I doubt it. I doubt anybody in our comment section would have been there, but
That would be
if
crazy.
y'all
if-
was,
Yeah,
me
yeah,
know.
let us know.
I'm just curious.
That would be crazy though.
Right.
Just don't watch the Warren G version of Boy in Love. You've been warned. However, cringe and all, the trip proved fruitful for BTS, making connections, performing their first US concert for free in front of 200 fans, as well as their first appearance at KCON. The next month, in August,
KCON.
BTS released their first full-length studio album, Dark and Wild. The album featured 2 singles, Danger and War of Hormones. The album
Hey, I
featured
like
a
how
marked
smooth that
shift
is,
in
how the camera's
sound with a
moving.
touch of R&B and electronica. It was met with moderate success.
Thought
It
so,
peaked at number
RM.
2 in Korea, selling over
number 2,
200,000
they're climbing.
albums. In October and again in May of the following year, BTS went on their first and second concert tours, known as the Red Bullet Tour, where they visited 13 different countries, including Japan, the Philippines, Australia, the US, Mexico, and many others.
Okay.
They also came out with their first Japanese album in December, Wake Up, featuring many Japanese versions of their songs as well as original tracks Wake Up and The Stars, followed by a Japan tour and a solo
Hey, I
concert
like
in
that.
Korea.
Wake up.
Although Dark and Wild got decent attention, they needed something different. They needed something that would shake things up.
Okay.
They got to work. April 29, 2015 was their comeback. When this album was produced, each member had a hand in writing songs for the album. They again changed their sound from aggressive hip-hop to youthful, colorful styles. And not only their sound, but their image as well. This can be evidenced by their newest EP, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life.
They did change their image.
And just by looking at the album cover, they ditched the dark colors
like
and the
like
bulletproof vest symbol that had become so synonymous with BTS,
stuff.
and replaced it with a simple white and pink background overlaid with the title. And then they dropped the single that would change everything. I Need You. It was sentimental, it was hopeful, it was new. Just by looking at the music video, you can see that BTS has also ditched their punk bad boy image and replaced it with a more real, vulnerable, down-to-earth, and youthful feel. This proved to be the change that BTS needed for mainstream success.
Yeah, I feel like
Billboard called it one of the greatest K-pop songs of the
to
decade.
get
It charted
behind
at number 5 in Korea, and even led them to their first music show win on SBS MTV's The Show. And that wasn't all. They released their second single, Dope, on June 24th, which started off...
I've been going crazy about that dope because I be saying dope all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all say if you say dope, because we do like saying the word dope, because the word dope is just dope, man.
Right? It's dope.
It's just dope. So we're gonna have to react to dope, man.
Right?
It's only right. It's only right we react to dope.
We gonna get to it.
We're gonna get to it, y'all.
Trust. We gonna get to it.
Just trust the process. You know what I'm saying?
I need you, girl, now. I don't know all the words, but that's.
Well, we're gonna learn it.
That shit sound hard.
Let me hear this dope.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit.
This dope.
Dope on June 24th, which started off with a poignant line from RM.
어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지?
Welcome. Is this your first time with BTS? And you know what?
Yeah.
For a lot of people,
it was.
It was. In a way, their first studio album and tour can be seen as their stepping stone between old school BTS and new school. In November, they came back with their follow-up EP, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Part 2, the second EP in what would be dubbed the Youth Trilogy, which featured the single Run. The album focused even more on frivolity, friendship, and carefree attitude that comes with enjoying one's youth. But just like in I Need You, contrasted that with suffering, depression, loneliness, society, and the stark and sometimes dark reality of life. Compare this with the far cry of the No More Dreams music video. It felt real. It was darker, grittier, more humble, more meaningful, and most importantly, RM lost his mohawk.
Relatable.
Run also connected narratively with their previous single, I Need You, and another video released in September titled On Stage Prologue.
Hey, I don't know whoever came up with that goddamn mohawk idea shit.
Yeah,
but the mohawks is not it.
No,
if you got a mohawk right now, I'm sorry to tell you,
you gotta
you gotta cut that off.
You gotta man. Cut that off. It was cool during like 2000, maybe 10,
2008,
maybe 8 to. I'll give you a 12. 2012.
Yeah, maybe
the snapbacks and tattoo era.
Snapbacks
and tattoos. Yeah, but at this point, mohawks should not be a thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
They had their time.
Don't do that.
And people from the future, 20 years from now, don't bring that back, please. I know y'all gonna bring our styles back 20 years from now, how they do it. But don't bring the mohawk.
Don't do the mohawk.
Come on, I've been through that. I had the mohawk. I had the V-neck shirts. I had it all, man. I had to look.
This is disgusting. Yeah, we don't need to ever do the mohawks again,
back
ever.
Obviously, they changed for the better because I love their new style.
Yeah,
I love it.
On Stage Prologue established what would come to be known as the BTS universe, or the BU.
Marvel universe,
right?
Which would eventually combine music videos, short.
This the they got the MCU. Yeah, this the BCU.
The BCU.
The Bangtan cinematic universe.
Hell, good job, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Give them some points.
Right.
Films, books, short stories, webtoons, and even a mobile game to create a cohesive story. And I won't go down this rabbit hole because there is a lot to digest, but it's definitely something to look into if you're a hardcore ARMY. The same month, they kicked off their third tour, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life On Stage Tour, where they performed songs from their two recent EPs, Part 1 and Part 2. And Part 2 was a hit, their biggest so far. It topped the Weekly Gaon album and Billboard World Albums charts. And on Billboard, it stayed
World
there
albums.
for multiple weeks, the first K-pop act to do so. It also appeared on the Billboard 200 albums chart. Not world albums, which was reserved for foreign non-English songs, but simply the top 200 albums, peaking at 171. Which is kind of amazing considering that this was back in 2015. They also received Best World Performer at the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards. This brings us to part 3 of the Youth Trilogy. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever, released on May 2nd, 2016, which featured probably my favorite BTS album cover. Young Forever was actually a compilation album of parts 1 and 2, so it was mostly the same songs, but it was notable that it had some new singles, Epilogue, Young Forever, Fire, and Save Me. The latter two performed exceptionally well, with both songs topping the Billboard World Digital Songs chart. This was also the second BTS album to chart on the Billboard 200 at 107. And it topped both the Gaon weekly and monthly chart, which earned BTS their first Daesang. Album of the Year at the 8th Melon Music
Somebody in the
Awards.
comments said the Grammys be snubbing them.
Yeah, I heard about that. Y'all let us know what's going on with the Grammys. Why they hating on our bulletproof Boy Scouts, dog?
Hey, don't nobody give a fuck about no Grammys.
Yeah, who's making music better than them right now?
If we being honest. So
who's making music better than BTS, bro? That's nominated for a Grammy. Stop playing with BTS, man. They should have won a couple at least. I don't know if they won any, but they should have won a couple, majority.
I feel like the majority of people don't even pay no attention to the Grammys. Because they out of touch.
Yeah, the Grammys are out of touch. They've been out of touch for years.
So it's like,
yeah,
you know, you can't even get mad at them. It's like whatever.
They don't know. It's a bunch of old people making rules. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched it since Travis Scott lost, but that's a story for another. Yeah, he lost to Cardi B, so it's not good. That's just
no.
And then Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar.
Shout out to Cardi
B.
Cardi B, yeah.
Not Playboy.
I don't like Playboy Cardi no way.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm saying Travis. Should Astroworld?
Okay. Astroworld was good. It was good. I give you that.
That's what I'm saying. Cardi B beat, and then Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar.
Which album of hers?
Invasion of Privacy.
I don't know about that.
Bro, nobody even listens to that no more.
Yeah.
Astroworld still getting played.
Astroworld.
Sicko mode is forever.
I would say Astroworld is better than Invasion of Privacy.
We're going to do About Us videos one of these days, but if you don't know, I'm going to let you know right now. Like you guys are Army, I'm a Travis Scott super fan. I'm a big cactus over here, man. Since 8th grade, so Google me. But that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
Congratulations on them winning their award. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I just wanted to bring up the whole Grammy thing.
Yep, I got
kind of something about
we got kind of carried away.
Which earned BTS their first Daesang.
Best album of the year, BTS.
Album of the Year at the 8th Melon Music Awards. They went on to do the second half of their tour, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life on Stage, Epilogue, selling out many of their concerts and even selling out KCON in the US where they headlined the event.
Wow.
In September, they dropped their second Japanese album, Youth, featuring Japanese versions of tracks from the previous 3 EPs.
Hey, this is that song. I need to know this.
Which went gold and peaked at #1 on Japanese charts. And only a month later, in October of 2016, it happened. BTS dropped their second studio album, Wings. It sold over 500,000 copies in its first week. In comparison, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1, released just the previous year, which topped the Gaon chart, sold about 500,000 in its entire lifetime. Wings was big, but the true showstopper was its lead single, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which got them their first all-kill, topping 8 music charts in South Korea. Its music video gained 6 million views in the first 24 hours, which broke the YouTube record for the highest number of views of a K-pop group music video within 24 hours. The album hit number 26 on the Billboard 200, the highest ever charting K-pop album on Billboard. They ended up selling 1.5 million copies in South Korea in 2016 alone, and it netted them the Artist of the Year award at the Mnet Asian Music Awards that same year, the first non-Big 3 artist ever to receive them.
Clean sweep. Y'all know who we do win this league by now. They're like, look, they're not even shot. They ain't teary-eyed no more. They're like, look, this is what they supposed to do at this point. They
After
the
Blood, Sweat,
Avengers,
and Tears, they were on a roll. BTS was unstoppable. In February of 2017, they released the instant hit Spring Day, which,
Okay,
quoting
like,
a Korean reviewer,
It's still hitting.
embodied
Came a long
nostalgia
way.
and sorrow and opened a new chapter in BTS's aesthetics and lyricism, and
I think
attracted
that was
fans
that song.
across
I don't
generational
know if you can hear it. I
boundaries.
think that was
Which,
off
by the
Mama.
way, is still on Korean charts after nearly
can
4
tell.
years. And the same
You
day
know
I'm
I might
writing
be
this,
tripping,
it
but
ranked number
it
53
kinda sound
on
like
Melon.
Yeah.
It won Song of the Year at the 9th Melon Music Awards. After the release of Spring Day, they went on yet another tour, the 2017 BTS Live Trilogy, Episode 3, The Wings Tour. The tickets sold out within minutes, including in the United States, the first K-pop artist to do so, and went on to win Best Social...
Imagine.
In America too.
I mean, I guess y'all don't have to imagine because this is, you know,
This is
the
Joe's
group y'all
fan base.
love.
Yeah.
But imagine,
Yeah.
like you got a concert and yo tickets sell out in minutes.
In minutes. That's how
You know how good you'll feel.
Yeah, I would feel too cocky. Like nobody's finna tell me nothing. I'm like,
Right.
sit down.
La
Nah, la la. Wait till I get my money right. Oh, I had a dream I could be like BTS, but
When
one
I
day
woke,
I don't know.
s-
I'm not sure.
wasn't nothing like them.
Yeah. Oh.
Shit.
I know. We trying, y'all. We trying, man. I'm trying to get more creative with the bars, but you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Big Hit. That's when I started working on it. You know what I'm
Right.
The
saying?
2017 BTS Live Trilogy, Episode 3, The Wings Tour. The tickets
Yeah.
sold out within minutes, including in the United States, the first K-pop artist to do so, and went on to win Best Social Artist at the Billboard Music Awards.
Wow.
The first for a Korean artist, but they would go on to win this award 4 years in a row. The next year was a period of massive growth for both the group's popularity as well as their style. They released the Love Yourself series, starting with Love Yourself Her in September of 2017, Love Yourself Tear in May of 2018, and Love Yourself Answer in August of 2018. 3 albums that gave us some of the most classic BTS songs that
They
we
got
know
some
of
albums,
today,
So that's what I'm
such as
saying.
Mic
They got
Drop,
albums.
For days.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Did you see the bag? Yep.
Fake Love, Euphoria, Idol, and of course,
Hey, y'all didn't tell us about that.
Hit that. He hit that.
Then you got the LeBron James jersey on.
all 3 albums were commercial successes, Her being their first album to top 2 million album sales. But Tear and Answer also did equally well. These 3 albums, as well as their Japanese album, Face Yourself, proved that they weren't
Right.
done yet, not even close. During this time, they shattered countless records. Their singles went platinum, they topped charts, they won awards. And not only did they break YouTube records, but they broke records that they themselves set again and again and again. This is the period where BTS really started enjoying global recognition, working with huge Western artists such as Nicki Minaj, Designer, and Steve Aoki.
Oh,
It
we gotta
wasn't
find
their
out,
first
you know,
time having
Designer?
international features on their songs,
Right.
but it was definitely the biggest. And even though they were already, without a doubt, the biggest act to ever come out of South Korea, they had their eyes set
They way
even
better
higher.
than Designer.
They went on
Yeah,
tour
way-
once
10
again
times
for the
better.
Love Yourself World Tour.
They did
During
them a
this
favor.
tour, they collaborated with Steve Aoki to
Hey,
make the
Kim
song
Jong.
Wasted on Me.
He hilarious.
Notable for being their first all-English feature, and it also served as a jumping-off point for BTS to gain a following of English speakers. Not that they really needed the help, as they sold out
they
concerts
didn't
even
need
in the
us.
US leg of the tour, including at Citi Field in Queens, New York, where tickets sold out in 20 minutes.
20
and
minutes.
as if that wasn't enough, they dropped the movie in
20
November,
minutes, yeah.
Burn the Stage, which in the US alone grossed $3.54 million in the first weekend, breaking the record set by One Direction's movie This Is Us. In September, RM had the unique opportunity to speak at the United Nations, where he spoke of anti-violence and
When
self-love.
we saw
2 years
that?
later, he would be offered to speak on a second occasion about persistence and hope in the face of challenges. And to top it all off, in October, the president of South Korea awarded every member of BTS the 5th class Hwangwon Order of Cultural Merit for outstanding meritorious services in the field of culture and art, which is one of the highest South Korean orders of merit one can receive. And that's no exaggeration. 2019 estimates put
One of the
BTS's
highest.
contribution to the South Korean economy to the tune of $4.65 billion each year, an equivalent to
Billion.
0.3% of the country's GDP. They were the youngest to ever receive the honor. 2019, BTS invited to the Grammys, Time Magazine, Billboard.
Wow.
BTS entered a new era. Not an era of simply global recognition, but global dominance. April 12th, 2019, enter Map of the Soul Persona. First things first, you can't mention Map of the Soul Persona without mentioning Boy With Love. It was simple math. What do you get when you cross the singer of one of the best charting songs of all time that went platinum 59 times in 13 different countries with, without a question, the most globally dominant pop group of all time?
I ain't gonna lie, who was the woman?
You get this.
Yeah, who is it?
Nothing less than an instant
I
hit.
think I like
Number
that
8
song.
on Billboard
Yeah,
Hot
yeah.
100. Platinum in the US. 21
Halsey.
music show wins. Number 1 on iTunes
okay.
in 67
Shout out
different
to
countries.
Halsey.
The most liked and the most viewed YouTube video in the first 24 hours. The fastest video to reach 100 million views. A current view count of over 1 billion views. 7 boys, 1 girl, and 7 different hair colors. They were the talk of the town, invited to talk show
Hey, that
after
was
talk show after
clean,
talk show.
yeah.
The second single on the album was Make It Right.
Hey, I
Written
like
by
that
Ed
beat. Y'all let
Sheeran
us
himself,
know.
including a version featuring Lauv. The album debuted at number 1 on Gaon and sold 3.2 million copies its first month, and that's only in Korea. It became the
only
best-selling
in
album in South Korea ever. It swept every major Korean music show, winning Album of the Year in each one of them. They followed up this legendary EP with the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself World Tour, where they sold out both the Rose Bowl and the Wembley Stadium in only an hour,
they
the
sell
only
out
non-English
stadiums
speaking
in
act
an
to do
hour.
so. They even performed as a solo act in Saudi Arabia,
many
the
people?
first foreign act to do that. The last stop of their tour was at South Korea's largest venue, the Seoul Olympic Stadium. They ended up grossing $200 million. During this time, they also created a visual novel style game for mobile devices called BTS World, where the player can interact with the members. This also came with an original soundtrack
Bro,
with
we need
tracks
our own
unique to the
game.
game featuring Western artists. Zara Larson, Charlie XCX, and Juice WRLD for the tracks
Juice
Brand New Day,
WRLD.
Green Glow, and All Night, respectively. In December of 2019, the group swept the grand prizes for both the Melon and Mnet Music Award shows, the first artist to do that. Map of the Soul persona was legendary.
Hey, he been saying that a lot, bro.
Yeah.
The first artist to do that.
They broke a lot of records and they're
They
still
going-
breaking them, bro.
yeah.
They're nowhere near
They're
done.
going crazy, bro.
Still going crazy. Nowhere near, bro.
Sheesh.
Nowhere near.
In December of 2019, the group swept the grand
proud
prizes
of
for
them,
both
man.
the Melon and Mnet Music Award shows, the first artist to do that. Map of the Soul persona was legendary, truly a marvel in modern music. So, how could BTS follow up the best-selling album in South Korean history, you may ask? Easy. Make an even better-selling album. And that's what they did with
How's
Map of
that
the Soul
possible?
7. The album was released on February 21st of 2020, featuring the singles Black Swan
I'm not even gonna say it. Y'all know what to do.
and On.
Black Swan, that's what it was called.
And sold over 4.1 million albums in
I
just
like
the
the
first
songs
week.
that
And the
sound
first
like
Korean
Black Swan. That was,
Yeah.
that was like, I don't know.
Yeah, they got me kinda hyped.
Nah. That's just nice.
album to be certified as quadruple million on the Gaon Music Chart. It debuted
Quadruple
at number 1
million?
on music charts all over the world, including the US, Korea, the UK, Japan, and much of Europe. It's not an exaggeration to say that this album left a permanent mark on the world, launching BTS into legendary status and becoming the best-selling artist in South Korean history. BTS had scheduled a Map of the Soul tour for April of that year, which would have undoubtedly outsold their record-breaking tour only a year prior. But unfortunately, the COVID pandemic caused the entire tour to be postponed, including the show at the Rose Bowl, which I was supposed to attend. But that didn't stop BTS,
no.
who performed virtual concerts, spoke at the Dear Class of 2020 graduation event, and released the Japanese version of the
Still
recent
working
album
through the
with an original
quarantine.
Japanese single, Stay Gold.
These boys just can't do no wrong.
And to top it all off,
Oh,
this was
God,
only
they did.
June. At this point, it was clear that BTS had already dominated their home turf, and they had topped the music charts all over the world. This time, their sight was set for the very top. Remember that scene in The Social Network where Mark and Sean talk about how they don't want $1 million, they want $1 billion? How they're not interested in catching 14 trout, but they'd rather catch an 800-pound marlin? Well, that's what they set their sights on. The marlin, the biggest music industry in the world, the United
America.
States. And at the top of that music industry, number 1 on Billboard Hot 100. This small group from a company that virtually no one had heard about 8 years ago planned to take on Goliath himself and dominate the American industry on their home turf. And all they had to do was speak English. August 21st,
I'm switched.
enter Dynamite.
Okay, this is sound fun.
Ooh,
Their
I
first
like
English
that.
single simultaneously performed better than anyone had expected, but at the same time is exactly what we as an audience had come to expect from the legendary boy band themselves. And they did it. They reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100.
I think I remember seeing that on there,
and the global
bro.
excluding US chart.
Yeah,
and they made
check
sure
it a
that
lot,
if you
man.
hadn't heard of them before, you definitely have now. And if that wasn't already the biggest
say
flex,
maybe.
on
I
October
think I
2nd, they
never
came
heard
out
the
with
song, but I
Savage
always-
Love
I've seen
BTS
that
remix
Dynamite.
with Jason Derulo.
I know this song.
You know the song?
Yeah, I've heard
Getting
this.
#1 on the Billboard Hot
I
100.
didn't know this was dumb.
Never heard this song before.
I've heard that, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I seen Dynamite on there for a long time.
And of course, like when we watched Butter, like we heard that, and then he knows.
We didn't even know they had through commercials.
So that wow,
Wow,
bro.
man. That's
This
what's
is just damn. That is crazy to me.
Getting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 again, less than 2 months after already getting it #1 with Dynamite. And on the Global 200,
Man,
where
they
they
were 1 and
actually
2.
replaced themselves
Blackpink.
at #1, the first artist to do so
Blackpink.
ever. And this is where we
First
stopped
artist
in
to
the
replace
original
themselves
video,
as
October
#1.
of 2020. So, what's happened since then? Well, not much.
Still dominating. That's what they're still doing.
On November 20th, their 5th studio album, B, was released, featuring the hit single Life Goes On. B
Oh, I
was
like the
met
way
with
that's
critical
going. I like
acclaim
the way
and
that
hit
was
#1 on Billboard 200 and the World Albums Chart, the 5th BTS album to do so, along with topping worldwide charts in countries like Belgium, Canada, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, and of course, their hometown,
So
South
everywhere.
Korea.
Yeah,
And in
just
spite of
going
all these
#1.
accolades, perhaps the biggest winner was Life Goes On. A synth pop
I like
showstopper
that.
encouraging its audience to continue living life even in the midst of a global pandemic. The message was clear: don't give up, life goes on. It hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, the 3rd BTS song to do so. BTS
Look
gave
at
the fans what
Dynamite
they
right
wanted
there.
with
Right.
Life Goes On. Life Goes On joined the exclusive club of only 8 songs to ever top the Billboard Hot 100 that were not in English, a title most recently held by Despacito. But it was
I
the
knew
first
it
to
was
do
that
it
one.
in BTS's
Because I know
native tongue,
that song.
Korean.
Right. I know this.
I knew it had to be that one. I'm like, it gotta be Despacito, bro. I didn't heard that a million times, bro.
Uh-huh.
For Bad Bunny and Tiny. Intentions by
Bunny.
Justin Bieber
Bad
and
Bunny,
Quavo.
Bad Bunny,
Dynamite by BTS.
Dynamite.
The same month, the Academy announced that BTS's Dynamite would be nominated for the Best Pop Duo Group Performance, along with songs by J Balvin, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. This
some
marked the
names
first
to be
time
up
a
there.
Korean
That's
pop
some
artist
big
was
boys.
nominated
I mean,
for a
BTS
Grammy.
is bigger,
In
but-
December, BTS was
No.
invited to sing for
No.
Disney's holiday sing-along.
Hey. Hey. Play it for Christmas season,
And on
man.
New Year's
I
Eve,
know.
Big Hit put on a New Year's concert where they performed again.
Yeah, like the disco fits.
Things looked really good for BTS and their Grammy nomination, especially since on March 4th, 2021, the official news came. The International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, or
Artist of the
IFPI,
Year.
announced BTS as the Global Recording Artist of the Year, an award given to the
who else could it
best-selling
be?
artist of 2020, period,
Juice
beating out
WRLD,
9
Juice
other
WRLD,
prominent
Post Malone,
Western
number
artists,
2
making
is
them the
Drake.
first artist from
I knew
Korea, but perhaps more importantly, the
Taylor
first
Swift,
non-English
dang.
artist to
Damn.
do so. Later that month,
Swift
the
built like
Grammys,
that?
the main
I
event
know.
that
Y'all let us
everyone was
know.
waiting
I
Hey,
for.
Taylor Swift be getting down, bro.
I'd never really listened to Taylor Swift in my
Hey,
life.
I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. She got a few little bangers out right.
All I know is, cause now we got bad blood. Tell me I just didn't kill that. If y'all know that song, tell me why I did not just, tell me why I just killed that. Y'all gotta comment down below. Trish killed that Taylor Swift. Trish is Taylor Swift. I killed that. Like, I wasn't even trying to come out that crisp. But that just like, that was so natural. Big hit, I know you're watching. Come on now, I can be the next.
Now we got
bad blood. Yeah, that's the only song I know by her.
I like that. I can't even remember the song now. God damn, you killed me.
Yeah,
with
man, that was good.
that was
That was
funny.
really good.
Making them the first artist from Korea, but perhaps more importantly, the first non-English artist to do so.
Damn, look at the
Later
names
that
of
month,
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Grammys,
Drizzy Drake.
the
These
main
are like-
event that everyone was
Okay, they
waiting
better not
for,
snuff him
finally
with
arrived.
snuff right
With
here.
bated breath, BTS and the world watched.
All right, let's
And,
go.
well,
And the Grammy goes to Rain on Me, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande.
I never heard that song in my life.
Hey, it's Ariana Grande.
It's alright. I like how they're good sports. I like how they're good sports, though.
However, they made history for being the first South Korean artist to perform at the Grammys
Shout out to
after
them,
presenting
man.
at the
It
Grammys
takes
the
a
year
lot.
prior. March
Clap
31st,
for another
2021,
person.
Big Hit Entertainment officially
When they did
rebrands as
deserve it.
HYBE and completely
You know
revamps
it,
their
Army.
organization. BTS now falls under Big Hit Music, which is now a
Okay, Big
subsidiary
Hit
of
Music.
HYBE Labels, a division of the HYBE Corporation. 2 days later, HYBE acquires Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings. Scooter Braun Projects is a subsidiary of Ithaca Holdings that manages several artists, including Ariana
dang.
Grande, Justin Bieber, J
Oh, so now they're
Balvin,
big
Carly Rae
time with it.
Jepsen, Black Eyed Peas, Demi Lovato, and others, which means that those artists are now part of the same family as BTS. Then, at long last, BTS announced their highly anticipated follow-up single to their smash English hit, Dynamite. And that single was Butter. May 21st,
Woo! The
2021.
introduction for us.
It didn't disappoint. The retro summer pop hit met
like a
immediate success, and
criminal
on
under
May
the cover.
26th, the BTS meal launched.
The BTS, meal.
You know what?
Yeah, that happened.
Travis Scott.
Do you remember that?
I'm pretty sure.
June 16th,
I'm pretty
BTS
sure,
releases
'cause
their-
right after Travis Scott.
When I saw that, I was like, who the fuck are they? That was the first thing that ran through my mind, and then I didn't think anything else of it.
Yep.
But it's crazy how this was just all going on around me, and I was just so
blind. We were
oblivious to it.
literally living under a rock. We were under this freaking shell of
Like,
our own
and
world,
and we was
music.
seeing them, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we
was
was seeing them and
It's
hearing
not
them.
like I didn't see or hear them. You know,
We just didn't know it was them.
Right. Crazy.
Crazy, man. Crazy how the world works. Thank you guys for putting us on BTS. Thank you.
Got the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Yeah, that happened.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
June 16th, BTS releases their third Japanese compilation album known as BTS The Best. It instantly
Best,
hit #1 on
baby.
Japan's Oricon chart and sold over 1 million albums, the first and only Korean boy group so far to accomplish this feat. The new Japanese single, Film Out, was released 2 months earlier and debuted at #1 on the Oricon
This is a
chart.
beautiful music video.
And as an interesting fact, charted at 185 on the Billboard 200 excluding US chart, joining Dynamite and Life Goes On, making
they just
BTS the
charted,
only artist
you know,
to ever
whatever they
have
put out is
3
gonna chart.
songs in 3 different languages on the Billboard 200. On July 1st, following an
three different
organizational
languages. Now, that's a
restructuring,
flex.
the HYBE Corporation announced that Hitman Bang, our same Hitman Bang who got the boys together, resigned as CEO of the company in order to focus on his passion
Damn,
for music
Hitman.
production. And while he is still
Okay.
the chairman of the board of directors, he was replaced as CEO by Park Ji-won. On July 7th, BTS became official models for Louis Vuitton as they walked the runway for part of their men's
Oh
fall
my
winter
God, what happened to
2021
her?
collection. They were named as
my
ambassadors
God.
only 2 months prior. And then for their teaser trailer, they forgot to put V in the video. And finally, that brings us
we
to
love
July
Vito.
9,
Come on,
Permission
y'all.
to
Damn.
Dance, which was released only a few days ago. The hit song, which was written by Ed Sheeran, spreads positive vibes as the world starts to recover from the global pandemic. Its YouTube debut saw 72.3 million views in the first 24 hours, placing itself at number 6 of the top 10 most viewed music videos in the first 24 hours. Out of BTS's past 5 singles, 3 of them have been fully in English. And while this trend has been concerning for some fans who have been wanting more traditional Korean pop songs, there's no denying that BTS has enjoyed global recognition like no other international and particularly non-English group before them. And that itself is a sign of success that can't be ignored. And as a fun fact, there's a line in the song referencing legendary singer-songwriter Elton John.
When it all seems like it's wrong, sing along to Elton John and to that feeling.
He gave the song his personal
Oh,
approval.
these guys are living legends, dog.
Damn.
So what makes BTS so special? How did they achieve all this? K-pop is a genre that spans for at least 30 years, and there have been hundreds of boy groups and hundreds of girl groups. What did BTS do to rise above all of them and
Please
break
tell
through
me.
to markets never before seen?
Historically, the boy band industry has been dominated by white English-speaking bands. And the fact that BTS has not only
Backstreet
held their
Boys.
own, but blew any sign of competition out of the
Blue Man
water
Group.
on a global scale can be attributed to
Blue Man
nothing
Group.
less than
Fuck
their
is that?
The Blue Man Group.
Hey, I don't know who the fuck that is.
If you know the guys that paint themselves in blue and they don't even see. You know what I'm talking about, right? With the paint. Boom, boom, boom. I'm pretty sure they're white guys, bro. But they paint themselves blue.
I don't think I ever heard of no.
Dog, tell me, have you heard of the Blue Man Group? I'm
Blue Man
pulling the door.
Hey,
Explorer.
y'all heard that?
Yeah. I don't know, but the Blue Man Group, bro. Okay, this is the Blue Man Group, dog.
Talent, hard work, and a bit of a 1 in a million miracle. They did it through their own blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak.
Around the world, we see that boy bands have pretty much fallen into obscurity, but BTS is thriving. And though I've stated this all before, it's worth saying again, in contrast to other bands who would sing about romantic relationships with girls and what some would call predictable bubblegum pop tunes, BTS is continuously pushing the envelope and changing their styles. According to an article by Vulture.com, they describe this style as much less a successor of the Backstreet Boys and more of the successors of Michael Jackson, whose choreography and charisma were unprecedented. While of course there's a lot of love for the angelic vocals of BTS, rap has also played a very important part in creating their own style. In stark contrast to the typical boy band where every member sings, it's so refreshing when you're in the middle of a song and you hear RM's raw rapping skills, J-Hope's energy, or Suga's soul put into every single line. Interestingly enough, at the first glance, it seems that the success of BTS was miraculous, despite not being part of the Big Three, but it can also be argued that their success was because of their separation from the Big Three. Their label, Big Hit Entertainment, whose founder emphasizes artistic freedom more than anything else, allowed them to make their own sound. And going back to BTS universe, it's not often that a K-pop group does something special with each of their songs and albums, utilizing strong storytelling that can go beyond simply the song itself, but rather interconnected with other songs and even other albums to create one large overarching story. And not only do they all have their own expertise in performance, but also each of them have had the experience of writing and producing their own music, and they're not afraid to let their style evolve over time. BTS during their debut is such a far cry from Wings era BTS and current day BTS. They also chose to tackle more adult issues instead of simply love and girls. While they definitely didn't have a shortage of those, they also cover other very important issues such as mental health, regret, following your dreams, hard work, self-love, and many, many, many others. Add that to the fact that as fans, we can feel the authenticity of the members themselves. They seem approachable. BTS seems like there's a place for every type of fan. And in this fast-paced world where things change at unthinkable speeds, BTS has stayed grounded and faithful to who they were and who they are. Those kids we saw on American Hustle Life, along with their dreams and passions, are the same men who stand before us today. And while some artists like to keep their personal lives private, BTS gives us a look at their personal lives through their vlogs, which allow us to become more connected to them than ever before.
What is truly amazing is that they're doing this all while singing in their native tongue, Korean. Their music holds so much power that it literally breaks through the barriers of language.
It's true.
And no, they're not done yet. They've shown that they're capable of dominating music charts across the world and even reaching across the Pacific Ocean and conquering the music industry in the United States. What's next for them? Mars? In any case, they've only started in 2013 and BTS is as strong as it's ever been.
And that's our 2021 update. There's been lots of exciting news for the group so far, and I'm gonna guess that 2021 will still have a lot of surprises waiting for us. Thank you to everyone who watched the original video. We've changed some of the information to make it more accurate or easier to understand. We're always looking to improve our videos, so if you find something that needs improving, leave a comment below. A big shout out to our almost 160,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. And remember, to break your plans, live like you're golden, and roll in like you're dancing fools. Thanks for watching.
That was such a well put together video.
That was, and I feel like I understand it way, way more. And I feel like I literally know them personally way more than the first video. Man.
That definitely gave a lot more information than the other one.
Yep.
But
and these guys are just so talented, and they just continue to blow my mind. And just like this one really blew my mind on the like I remember all their personals, you know, the personal biographies and all that. But like the records they're breaking, I didn't know it was to this level where they're breaking their own records.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
They're making their own records and breaking them.
A lot of the stuff in this video that he, mentioned, they didn't cover in the other video, so we didn't know about all the records they breaking.
Golly.
Just everything they got their hands in.
Yeah, everything.
Like they just everywhere.
I mean, they're on top of the world, and it's very inspiring to see, you know what I'm saying, from starting from the beginning where they were just a bunch of random guys. Some guys was trying to follow their dreams that didn't fully make it, or some guys did and chose to choose this group. Or some guys just walked down the street and was just looking fly one day and got chosen.
Got picked. Yeah.
It shows that they were just all meant to be together, man, and they were just They're special, man. They're a special group. 7 Michael Jackson, 7 Infinity Stones.
Right.
The biggest group in the world. Forget the Beatles. The Beatles are gone. The Beatles been gone. These guys are way past the Beatles.
I ain't never listened to the Beatles.
I can't name one Beatles song, but I can name a smooth like butter.
I want to hear Dynamite.
Yeah, y'all let us
I
know,
almost
man.
fucked that up. I want to hear Dynamite.
Dynamite, me too.
I feel like I'm gonna like that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Cause I like butter, obviously. You know.
I love butter.
I thought that was a good.
And the Fiesta Room is my favorite so far. So if you ever check that video, go ahead and check that out. That's low key to some.
They had some bangers.
Some straight up bangers.
But I don't know. This just made me want to kind of
keep going.
Yeah, just dive into their music a lot more. I mean, they have so many albums. Like just a sheer amount of albums that he talked about in this video is like
we're not even,
and we haven't even touched any of them. I don't think.
No, we haven't touched none of them. Yeah, only the American ones feel like butter, and I want to get into all of that. So
yeah, but man, that was a good ass video. Shout out to Rice Squad, man.
And appreciate it.
That was fucking...
If you made it this far, if you made it all the way to the end, you are a real one. You get a Tristan J clap. All right.
Tristan J clap.
Like it, Tristan J clap. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Yes. Keep that in your pocket and you save it for the next video.
Oh man.
Like, comment, and subscribe, man. We love y'all. Army, stand up. This HBK Tris. I'm out of here.